Hey YouTubers, I gotta be quiet when I'm talking about this stuff because my brother is not very far from me. What happened today was, my mom and my brother witnessed this thing at this door. This door was locked. It's locked right now. And it unlocked itself and pulled open a little bit and then slammed shut. Let me tell you, that door is heavy as fuck. It is heavy. So yeah, it cannot do that. It cannot do that. So yeah. And I heard a bang. In this area while watching The Conjuring, and it was on commercial, and I knew with the doggy commercial, and I knew it wasn't the commercial. I checked to see if anybody was here. Nobody was there. I just turned this off and it came back on. Now, excuse the mess of my room. I need to do some spring cleaning. Okay, now I can talk normal. Yeah, I gotta do some cleaning. Okay, the front door, that screen door you saw, is made out of heavy glass and heavy metal. Some 70s shit. And my mom saw it unlock itself, open, and then slam. So, yeah. Okay, let's get down to business. That happened, and then as excuse me, I gotta reach for my notebook that I wrote some shit down. Give me a minute. Next video will, be about the ghost box stuff. 2 more videos about ghost box. I haven't done a ghost box session yet tonight because I don't want to. I didn't do one last night ago. My hair kept getting messed with this morning. And I felt someone standing by the glass door that leads to the living room that I just stepped up into to get in my room. To go across the room to get in my room. I sensed someone standing there, and then while I was sitting on my mom's recliner, something was hovering over me. Wow. I write on my phone on a writing website I go to, and it felt uncomfortable. On June 7th, I had 2 dreams, one after the other, and I think this is how these dreams went. I'm not sure, but it felt like they went like this because the way I had them. The first one was a very short dream. It was hard to kind of remember, so I had to try to remember the best I can. Be warned, this will get very, very graphic. Some trigger words and stuff. And some sexual-based content. Very bad sexual-based. because I describe my dreams in detail, like I am writing some of my books on the writing website. So, okay, June 7th, sexual incubus dreams. Okay, dream 1. I was being held by someone on a bed naked. I felt this person turn me on my back to the bed. My back, I was on my side, he turned me to be on my back. I felt this person stroke my, clit with his fingers, stroking deep into my G-spot. I arched into him, moaning, then bit my lip to stop the moaning, closing my eyes tightly. And I felt his other hand slide down my back, going to my ass cheeks, and I felt him stick his fingers inside my ass, deep in me, thrusting in and out, making me scream, stop. Making me scream, stop. But he continued his affair, thrusting his fingers in my womanhood and the one in my ass, complete sinking rhythm. When I climaxed, I screamed loud, and I could hear myself scream outside my dream. My vision soon blurred and swayed, which happens every time I wake up, and I woke up feeling drained and sore in my lower regions. I couldn't stay awake, so I fell back asleep again. After I fell back asleep again, here's dream 2. I was captured by 2 men, and they kept me in a room with a bed like you see in those, like James Bond movies, with rugged steel walls and some chains and leather whips. One man came in the room. I was naked, by the way. They kept me naked at all hours. I felt like I was in a Marvel comic movie, almost in one of my fan fictions. It felt like it. It was weird. The man grabbed my arm, turning me to my ass facing his front, and he grasped my hips tightly, and I struggled yelling, no, stop, please don't rape me. Shut up, the man yells. I yell, help me, I screamed as the man unbuckles his pants and slid his manhood inside my ass, moving roughly inside me. I clenched the railing of the bed to keep my balance. I began to cry and sobbed. I just took the assault, just sobbing through the whole thing. I thought the stream was real, just to tell you guys, I thought it was real. I began screaming for help, for anyone to help me. The man yelled again, shut up. And I yell back, no. Then he thrust in me rougher, making it hurt. I yell, stop, help me, I scream. Then my vision blurred and swayed, and I woke up, blinking, my ass raw, and that day it still was raw. So, yeah, those are the 2 sexual dreams I had. It was fucked up. So you guys, tell me what you think. Leave a like, and email me your thoughts at norahimeyumi12@gmail.com. So, and also if you want to comment in the YouTube app, because I finally got the YouTube app where I can comment back on there. Let me check the time to see if I have enough time. Yeah, I got enough time for a ghost box thing. So, after my brother's glasses were moved, like I mentioned in a video, later that night I did a ghost box session, and I will tell you guys half of this ghost box session, then put it in another the rest of it in another video, and then another video if I have time. If I go to sleep, I will do one tomorrow of the 4th session. So I'm cutting this ghost box number 3 session in half. The app that I tried is a good app. This app works good. It's called Spirit Box by Appy Droid. It's a really good ghost box. You should, if you know how to use a ghost box and know how to use it, and know that there are some how do you say that? There are some dangers to it. I know there's some dangers to it, and if you know the dangers, and if you're a paranormal investigator and want to use it for, your ghost hunts, you can use it. But this ghost box is called Spirit Box by Appy Droid. It's a really good, it's free, and it really works, because I've been getting legit responses. So, here's the ghost box session, half of it. Let's see where I can stop at. So, so, we will just start it now. This is later the night after my brother's glasses were moved. So, this is what I asked. Did you move my brother's glasses, Lorenzo, to the front porch? I ask, and he answers yes. Then I hear "fuck you" by the Incubus, and I asked, you did? Incubus answers yes. And I say, that was not nice. And then no answer after that. Did you also make other things disappear today? The Incubus says yes. What else did you make disappear? My mom was saying that day, there's some lids to containers missing. There's some lids to some containers missing. And so I decided to ask this question. So, the question I asked was, what else did you make disappear? Then he said lids. And I was like, oh my god. I said, oh my god. Were you trying to get me back? Incubus says yes, and then he says fuck you, and then I hear Warren say no, Lorenzo, and then they both say fuck you to each other. And then Warren says, Kara, stop talking to Lorenzo. That's my real name, by the way, but don't call me by that. You want me to stop talking to Lorenzo? I ask, and then instead of him saying yes, he says, I love you. Warren says, and then Warren says, no, Lorenzo, twice. Then Incubus says, fuck you to Warren. And I said, I wasn't talking to Lorenzo. And then, I get no answer from that. And then I hear Warren saying, no, Lorenzo. And then Incubus says, fuck you. And I ask, you two still fighting? And then the Incubus says, yes. And I said, you guys still fighting over me? The Incubus says, yes. Are you guys still fighting over me? I ask several times to clarify who's talking to me. And the Incubus says, yes. And I said, how old are you, Warren? Warren answers 22. Warren says, I love you again. The Incubus says, fuck you. And then I hear Warren say, no, Lorenzo. And I answer back to Warren, I love you too. I said, I love you too, Warren. And then Warren says, I love you too. And then Warren says, no, Lorenzo. Incubus says yes. And I ask, what is the color of my room? This time, Warren answers, and he says blue. Then I say, then Warren says, no, Lorenzo. The Incubus says, fuck you. And then the Incubus finally answers my question about what color my room is, and he says blue. The Incubus says, finally answering my question. Then Warren says, no, Lorenzo. The Incubus says, fuck you. Are you guys fighting over me? I ask again, just to ask, and then, the Incubus says yes. I can tell your voice from Warren's, so don't disguise yourself as him. I say that to the Incubus, and the Incubus says, fuck you. Then I ask again to make sure who moved my brother's glasses. So I said, did you move my brother's glasses? Then Warren says, Lorenzo did. And then I ask, is Lorenzo gonna hurt me tonight, Warren? And then instead, the Incubus answers yes. And then Warren says, after that, Lorenzo will fuck you. And then I ask, how are you gonna hurt me? The Incubus says, fuck you. Like, literally, fuck me. And then I said, and who's saying fuck you to me? I ask, and then Warren says, Lorenzo did. And then I ask Warren this. So Lorenzo's gonna fuck me tonight? And instead, the Incubus says yes. Then Warren says, I love you. And I say, I love you too, Warren. And then Warren says, I love you too. Then I hear Warren say, no, Lorenzo. Then Warren says, no, Lorenzo. And Incubus says, fuck you. And then Lorenzo, the Incubus tries to con me by disguising himself as Warren, saying, I love you. And and Incubus says, sorry, my allergies are really messing up today. So the Incubus disguised himself as Warren, saying, I love you. And I said, I do not love you, Warren. Quit saying I love you, Lorenzo, and he said, fuck you. To me. I said, I like Warren better, and then Warren says, I love you. And Warren says, no, Lorenzo. And then the Incubus says, fuck you to Warren. And I said, just a minute, I'm checking my emails. So I was scrolling through my emails while I was doing the ghost box session at the same time. I can do that, by the way, on my phone. And I was trying to answer some questions for someone, paranormal guy, and then the Incubus says, fuck you. And then I ask, so are you gonna come into my dreams, Lorenzo? I asked, and he said, the Incubus says yes. And I said, well, don't. And then the Incubus says, no. What's my mother's name? I hear one of them say Kim, but they both said it at the same time, so I couldn't really tell who was who. So that's my mom's real name. And her full name is Kimberly, but she likes to be called Kim. So then Warren says, I love you. And then I hear Warren say, stop, Lorenzo. And I ask, I said, did you say Ken? And then Warren says, instead of answering my question, he says, stop talking to Lorenzo. And when he said that, it was class A. I could hear him say, stop talking to Lorenzo. That's how he said it. And I barely heard it, but it was class A. But I could tell it was his voice, so. He said, stop talking to Lorenzo, and then that's what Warren said. And then Incubus says, fuck you. I said, are you guys fighting over me? I asked Ian, and then the Incubus says yes, and I said, why? And then Warren says, I love you. What he means by I love you is because he loves me, and that's why he's protecting me. That's why he's fighting over me. And then my stomach felt weird. Felt a little weird. A weird sensation going through it. And I said, who made my stomach feel weird earlier? I heard a me, which was in the Incubus's voice. Then Warren said, Lorenzo did. And then I say, don't move my brother's glasses anymore. No answer to that. I heard Warren say, fuck you, Lorenzo. That's the first time I heard him say that. Warren said that. And then the Incubus says, fuck you. Warren says, no, Lorenzo. The Incubus says, yes. And I hear no, Lorenzo from Warren. Warren says, I love you. And I say, I love you too. And then Warren says, love you. And I said, and then I asked, should I go to bed? And Warren says, no. Then I hear no Lorenzo from Warren. And then Warren says, hold you. Which means he's gonna try to. Which means I guess Warren wants to hold me or hug me or something. Or maybe he's saying that the Incubus will hold me down. I don't know. Then I smelled a really foul smell in the room. And then I asked, who's making a foul smell in my room? Then I hear a me from the Incubus. Then I started to feel really tired. And it went away as soon as I quit the ghost box session. But we'll get to that. I said, who's making me tired? Warren says Lorenzo. And then Warren says no, Lorenzo again. Then I hear a fuck you from the Incubus and a yes from Incubus. I guess they're having a conversation and I'm not hearing the full conversation. Because sometimes when you're on the ghost box session, you never know if the ghosts are talking to each other and they hide the conversation from you. So all I'm getting is words and stuff. Not a full conversation, but a full sentence. So they might be talking about me, fighting over me, saying some shit, and I don't even know it. You so badly want me to go to bed, don't you? The Incubus says yes, and then the Incubus says yes, and then Warren says Lorenzo does. And then Warren said no, Lorenzo. Then Warren says no, Lorenzo again. Then I hear fuck you from the Incubus. I think I fucked up. Warren says no, Lorenzo, and the Incubus says fuck you to Warren. And then I hear I love you from Warren, and I say I love you too. And then I hear a fuck you from the Incubus and a fuck you from Warren because they're cursing at each other. Then the Incubus says, I love you, and I say nothing. And then I hear Lauren say, Lorenzo, fuck you. I hear from Warren saying, Lorenzo, fuck you. And then the incubus says, fuck you. Then Warren says this, Lorenzo loves you, Warren says. And that's the end of that session. So, yeah. That's the third session. The fourth session is just the same. And, the fourth session, I gotta warn you guys, this is embarrassing, but I farted in the middle of it. And they comment on it. So, and then I hear someone laughing in the background after I did that. So, check. So I'm gonna stop the video for now. So, tell me what you think about the dreams and the ghost box session. The spirit box by Happy Droid session 3. And tell me what you think, and also what you think about the door opening and slamming and stuff. Yeah. Oh, I gotta tell you guys something. I forgot to mention this. Several days ago, I was trying to sleep, and I was laying in bed, and I was half asleep, right? And I heard a voice in my ear, saying something. I gotta look it up to see what it said on my phone, because I wrote it down. So I will tell you guys, in the next video, what the voice said in my ear, because I was laying on my bed, and the voice came from right beside me. I heard it in my left ear. It was freaky. What it said freaked me out a little bit, but, I will tell you about that next, video. So I can go ahead and look it up and write it down and do another video for you guys. So, this will be the ending. This video will be ended in a little bit. But, like I said, I heard a bang in the kitchen. It scared the crap out of me. It scared the crap out of me, but I got over it. Whenever something scares me, I just laugh about it. Oh, this is what I forgot to tell you guys. When I was in Kansas, I got the sudden urge, to draw what Warren looks like, and this drawing looks exactly like him. The way I draw cartoonish, like Japanese cartoonish stuff. But this drawing looked more human. So, that's the first time I've ever done that. But this is what Warren looks like. He has shorter length, blonde hair, blonde beard, blue eyes. He has silver Confederate pants on, black long boots. He's wearing a white tank top and stuff like that. But I drew him without the tank top. I only drew him from chest and up to his head. So I'll show you guys that drawing I did of him.
next video too, because it's in a pile of notebooks, so I have to get them out of the notebooks, so, show you guys that, then show you, write down, then show you, then tell you what voice I heard, while sleeping. I'll write that down on my notepad here, and tell you what I heard, because I gotta write it down from my phone, because it's on a journal on my phone. Excuse me, sorry about that. But I'll show you guys the drawing, tell you guys what I heard next to me in bed, the voice, and then do another ghost box session. Not do another ghost box session. I mean, tell you the 4th ghost box session idea that I wrote down. So, you guys know what they all said and stuff. Yeah, but try out that app called Spirit Box by AppyDroid. Let me tell you, AppyDroid makes good ghost hunting apps. They are legit and they actually work. So kudos to AppyDroid and their apps. They work. If people say on those comments on the Google Play Store that it don't work, don't work, nothing, it's fake. Do not listen to them. Do not listen to them because it works. This spirit box I'm using actually works. It's legit. It's real. And so is some of their EVP recorders. They're legit. They work. So check their apps out by AppyDroid. Try them out. See what you think. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Or Hime Yumi, aka Straight.